5 great books to read on love and relationships. I want to start with Alain de Botton's book, The Course of Love. I don't know if you can see it from my little black and white non-touch Kindle. I would really recommend this book to you if you have a tendency to maybe romanticize love, and maybe you think, once I find that person, most of the problems in my life will be solved. Like this video, if you ever thought that. I mean, I for many years thought that. The book, The Course of Love, it's a novel, but it's written in a very clever way. It's a story about a couple and their life through from when they met, and then how their relationship is evolving. Through that story, you see clippings of thoughts that it's like a mix of philosophy, love psychology, explaining why we love the way we do, why we cheat, and a lot of different things. A really brilliant book. Book number 2 is Attached by Amir Levine and Rachel Heller. Attached: The New Science of Adult Attachment and How It Can Help You Find and Keep Love. When I read this book, I finally felt that, oh my god, I'm not crazy. There are thousands of people that are feeling exactly the way I do, and I am not crazy. You know when someone just puts like a name, a label to something that you are feeling, and then you're thinking, I'm not alone. So what this book explains, 3 different attachment styles: avoidant, anxious, and secure, and how you choose partners, how you love the way you do, why you have certain disagreements, why your relationships don't work. And it just made so much sense, this book, because for many years, if you're not new on this channel, you will know that I have a long history of attracting unavailable, married, and guys that were not very good for me. I mean, I made those choices. So this book really explained to me why these things happened and why I chose these people. And I'll make a separate video about a simple explanation of differences in these attachment styles. So make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit notifications so you don't miss when I post it. Another great book is Esther Perel's book, The State of Affairs: Rethinking Infidelity. This book is explaining why people cheat, because you may be thinking, oh, people cheat because they are assholes, maybe they don't love you and things like that. But Esther Perel explains that sometimes that's not the case, and she also shows a number of couples that after the infidelity incident, some of them, they grow apart, maybe they get a divorce, they break up, but then there are those that become stronger. And she shares a lot of stories from her patients and the things that they were going through. It's not a book trying to convince you that cheating is great, and I'm not trying to tell you, that this is something that you should celebrate, but I just think it just gives a different perspective. And maybe you are someone, who find yourself being his mistress, and you're just like, what's going on? I made a video about this on my channel, so make sure to finish watching this, that you watch that. Another brilliant book that I think is a must-read if you are dating and you are currently single is written by this extraordinary author, Ieva Kambarovaite. That's me. And the book is called Why Am I Still Single? For Women, The Truth I Wish My Mom Told Me About Men. And this book covers everything that you need from why you love the way you do, why you attract certain kind of men, lovers in your life, how to live a great life and how to build a great life as a single woman, how to master online dating, and many other things. That I just think it's a well-rounded book. When I wrote this book, then I applied the things that were in the book, and I was able to attract the person that I'm with. So I think it does the job. It does work. If you would like to get a special signed copy of this book, make sure that you message me on Instagram. And the last but not the least is a brilliant book. Getting the Love You Want, A Guide for Couples by Dr. Hendricks. As you can see, it's also serving as a leaf dryer. Do you ever do that when you like go on a nice walk or something and you dry leaves there? Don't be put off by the fact that this book says it's a guide for couples. I can guarantee even if you're single, it can still apply to you. It's filled with a lot of case studies, research, and stories from real people where you'll be able to look at those situations and be like, oh, okay, maybe when I'm in a relationship, I'm able to actually have better tools how to deal with those situations. It's built with a lot of practical things that you can take from it, so it's not just, you know, like boring theory and things like that. And I think it's the most amazing book if you want to be a better communicator. And as you know, this is one of the reasons why maybe you're not being able to keep certain relationships going, because it seems like you're not speaking the same language. Have you read any of those books? Tell me in the comments, and also share your book recommendation on love, dating, relationships. I'd love to know that. Share that in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please click like, sends all the good vibes to the YouTube algorithm, and share this with another book lover. Also, make sure that you subscribe, because I'll be sharing my personal, as I call it, omelette story that goes very much in line with this book, and I'll explain attachment styles in a very simple way. So if that video is already here, then you can watch it here. Thank you so much for watching. I shall see you next time, and always remember that you're worthy of love.